you, Allie.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Here's Cassell. Can't hit from in close.
Minnesota foul. Sam Cassell. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Lewis attacking. The rebound by Garnett. And so it's Garnett who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Searching for their first points of the game. Here's Edwards. Danny Granger pulls it in. O'Neal on the wing. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And this is where O'Neal goes to work. The closer he's to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Yeah, he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Love looking around. Edwards. It's rebounded by Indiana. And stolen by Love. Right side, Edwards. Excellent defense from Daniels. Now Lewis. Still scoreless. They swipe it.
Minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Edwards. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Boy, with the kind of motor Edwards plays with, doesn't give the defense much of a chance to catch him in transition. Nicely done, Anthony.
Indiana leading. 1:49 left in the first quarter of the game. Spins. Pass to O'Neal. Clock at 6. And Danny Granger gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
.131 left in the first quarter. Here's Marbury. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Boy, looked like the D was going to get to that shot, but what a job he did to change his release and get the lay-in.
1:12 left to play in the first quarter.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Timberwolves on offense. They trail by 1. Here's Marbury. On the wing, Granger. Minnesota with the rebound. Inside. And Garnett with the slam.
And how about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of it.
Back to Edwards. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Marbury. Over Granger. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off the shot here. And Granger with the block. Here's Boosie. Pass to Granger. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Kevin Garnett.
The word you hear most about Granger is efficient. Good from mid-range, draws a lot of fouls, can score even when the D has all of his attention.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
Towns, the screen. Here's Marbury. It's blocked. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Indiana out in front. They're up by 1. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton loves to pass, but he's not chasing assists. He said, quote, "I just try to play the right brand of basketball. I like to see the ball moving. I kick it ahead. I'm just playing through the flow of the game. Assists just happen with the way I play." Back to you guys.
He spreads it around. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Pass to Marbury. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by McGinnis. Pacers leading by 3. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Artest. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Butler, here we go. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul call. He'll shoot free throws.
Simply stated, Jimmy Butler is a winner and a game changer. This guy will compete on both ends of the floor, gives you everything he has.
He's off on the second. Halliburton for 3. Not going to go that time. A step-back shot here. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, you love to see Towns mix it up a little bit. Gets his team a bucket on the second chance.
Here's Halliburton. No good that time. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Shots good by Butler.
Just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop. When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
And Love has it in the corner. Pass to Cassell. The 3. It's rebounded by Tyrese Halliburton. Here's Lewis. Now Artest. That misses off the backboard.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Drills the three-pointer.
You can see that the ability for Jimmy Butler to put it on the deck will keep your defender off balance. That opens up the space for his three-point shot.
Halliburton misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Timberwolves leading by 3. Pass to Marbury. Stolen by Lewis. The shot's good from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 4 this quarter.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Timeout called. First of the game for Minnesota.
Substitution on the court.
Minnesota with the ball. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. It's Edwards on the wing. It's rebounded by Indiana. They get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside, George. Outside for Lewis. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Minnesota in the lead. For three, Edwards. And it's Daniels with the rebound. And here are the Pacers now. Nobody near Granger. Good on the three-point shot. Granger's got 5. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already. Oh, agile play from Cassell down low, finding a high percentage look there.
And the rejection by Towns. And stolen by Daniels. Towns with the steal. Garnett outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jermaine O'Neal. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:27 left to play here in the half. Pass to Cassell. Stolen by George.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way. Yeah, Brandon goes about his business in a very quiet way, but he always gets the job done. He never calls attention to himself, never gets flustered. There's a calmness to his game that you have to admire.
Lewis misses. Now the Timberwolves with it. Edwards flashing inside. Second chance shot. Garnett can't get it to go. To the inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here.
Well, this guy's so crafty. Once he catches the defender a little bit out of position, it's a very good bet he's going to get some free throws.
Here's Edwards. O'Neal with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The shot's good from Granger. Here's Cassell. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Indiana Pacers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And here is Lewis. Outside, George. Back to Lewis. The shot's good on the assist by George. Lewis has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Indiana. Edwards looking it over. George with the defensive effort. Pacers leading by 9. Indiana moving it around. Back to Daniels. Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Lewis. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Cassell. Outside, Edwards. Over George. Edwards can't hit.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Here's Granger. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Edwards with it. George picks him up. Edwards with the powerful flush.
Assist goes to
This guy is so explosive. Anthony Edwards off the bounce. My goodness.
Here's Daniels, who is outside. Pass to Granger. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Daniels, no good. Timberwolves trail by 7. Now Garnett. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Minnesota shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
at the line for the Timberwolves.
And both free throws good from Garnett. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Daniel. And that one is hammered home.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Garnett left side. Outside Edwards. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Indiana leading by 7. In the corner, George with it. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. Here's O'Neal. Nice spin off the left rim and in. O'Neal's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pacers.
You couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Minnesota calls timeout. And Minnesota has possession. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Cassell, no good. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Back to Daniels. Here's George. Up and in on the layup. And it's an 11-point Indiana lead.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
It's blocked. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA understands its future is electronic. Commissioner Adam Silver said the vast majority of people consume us through media, not in person. Our social media audience is the highest of any league and continuing to grow exponentially. So there's no lack of interest in this game. Back over to you, Kevin.
It is a beautiful thing. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Here's Boosie. It's stolen by Edwards. To the right side. Here's Gugliotta. It's rebounded by Indiana. 1:36 left in the third. Granger right side. A three-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 11. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. We'll get Jermaine O'Neal.
Let's remember, Anthony Edwards is 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. Those long arms, very difficult to deal with defensively. Draws the contact there.
And Edwards drops them both. And so it's Indiana with it. Halliburton looking around. Pass to Boosie. Lets it go with the 3. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Shot from the wing. Edwards can't hit. Pacers leading by 9. Here's Halliburton. No good that time. Attacking Garnett. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
And this is the work ethic Garnett possesses. Really hustles down the floor in transition.
Here's Halliburton. A kick out to O'Neal. Here's the three. Halliburton, no good. And it's Love with the ball for Minnesota. Garnett outside. Here's Marbury. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Stephon Marbury.
Marbury's got 4 this quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And it's Halliburton penetrating. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Pacers lead by 7.
How about the craftiness on the drive by Tyrese Halliburton? This guy's ability to adjust when he puts it on the deck is something else.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We come back right after this. Fourth quarter. Quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Sprewell. Pass to Towns. O'Neal with the rebound.
Oh, boy, he attacks, but how about that rim protection? That is so good.
Right side Daniels. Granger for the three. Drops in the tray.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
On the wing, Granger shoots the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Granger's got the lead up to 13 now for the Pacers. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to O'Neal. Back to Granger. A putback. The three. Another miss by Granger. Timberwolves trail by 13. Stolen by Lewis. And it's Granger with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
During that break, the coach of the Timberwolves had some words for his team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
All right, Allie, thank you. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
all game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
For the three, Minnesota with the rebound.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by the Pacers?
Back to O'Neal. Granger from outside. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
From deep. And Indiana, another three.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Timberwolves trailed by 21. It's Edwards on the wing. Drained from out.
Anthony Edwards.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Lewis, left side. Siakam! Up again! George fires! Buries the long-range jumper. And the Pacers lead by 21.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
A nice shot by Granger.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
It's stolen by Edwards. Over Granger, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
We've got 1:28 left in the game. Tipped away. And it's Love with the ball for the Timberwolves. 19-point game. It's Edwards on the wing. It's hauled in by McGinnis. Lewis attacking. Back to Granger. Pass to George. Granger outside. Indiana moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Over Garnett. And the shot no good, a bit short. For 3, Edwards. Now Garnett. Lets the 3 fly. Now here's Edwards. Here's Gugliotta. Lewis covering. Pass to Cassell. There's the 3. Out to Edwards. Fires the 3. Edwards with another miss. Here's George. Count it.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it.